Hi, this is Ashley Victoria Robinson coming to you from the Pop Spot here at New York Comic Con, and I am here with the strongest and kindest man I know, Michael Chiklis. Hi, Michael.
Hi, how are you, Ash?
I'm so well. How are you?
I'm great, really.
How have the crowds been here? Everyone's been good and kind?
Yeah, really lovely, I'm struck always when you go to these things and people, especially we were talking about this or just earlier in the car here, fans that come up to you and talk about, get really emotional and talk about work that you've done over the years and how it moved them. That's why you do it, right? So when you get in contact with that, all too often we're in our bubbles, right? And you're working and everything, and you don't realize, you feel sometimes like, what am I even doing this for? And then all of a sudden you connect with fans and people who really love and appreciate work that you've done, and it makes you feel like validated. It's lovely.
So in DuckTales, you were the voice of Zeus. Zeus is the king of the gods.
Yes, I was.
How do you channel being the king of all kings?
Well, I am a Greek, right? So I love mythology. I mentioned it yesterday. And that was just fun, I'm so weird in this way. I love doing animation, and I love, I love being in the booth, and I started as a mimic. People don't know that about me. But when I was like 5, 6, 7 years old, I used to do a lot of voices, and I still do that, right? And it's really become more of a helpful tool for me as an actor in terms of transformation. But then it's really useful when you do voiceover work. So, that was a spur of the moment thing. They were like, hey, you want to do this? And I was like, yeah, I do. Also because I have children. And at the time, I had young kids coming up. And there's some things you want to do for different reasons. I've moved around in my career a lot, right? So I didn't do the Shield for my kids, right?
I would have different questions.
Right. You do different gigs to satisfy different parts of your own self and for different audiences. And I've been fortunate enough to do, it was wonderful to do the Fantastic Four movies and see my kids' little faces light up, with their dad playing a superhero. That was a lot of fun for my whole family,
And the coolest member of the most beloved member of the FF.
I think so. I'm sorry, but the thing is pretty. I can't swear, can I?
Oh, sure. You can say whatever you want. This is us and the whole internet.
The whole internet. Well, that's the problem. But no, the thing is pretty hot shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Just on the mythology thing, and I know you're quite well read in terms of philosophy and the classics, are there any great heroes from any pantheon that you would be interested in visiting, either in live action or in voiceover? Like, are you dying to play Achilles or Thor or Vishnu?
Well, Achilles is the ultimate
talk about
tragic
hot shit.
hero. Yeah, right. But so many, my God. You named several of them right away that are standouts. I love that I know it's DuckTales, but Zeus was fun. I mean, that's the god of gods, right?
Yes.
In that pantheon.
So this is where
Like
this is the internet is going to come back.
Yeah,
Someone's like, excuse me, are you familiar with Dagda from the Celtic pantheon?
Exactly.
We're just going to nerd out about this all
day.
day.
This, what, I'm always open to anything, If it's an interesting character, I just don't like things that are flat, that are sort of, without dimension.
So no King Priam, but more like Agamemnon or
Wow, look at
Menelaus.
you.
Yeah.
A literate person. I'm so impressed.
This is like one of my hyper focuses. So
I love that.
If you'll talk to me about mythology, that's all we're going to talk about for the next 6 minutes.
You don't understand how rare that is. Like, people don't read enough. Read. What's happening?
That was my favorite piece of advice that you gave on the panel. Go watch the panel.
Read. It's good.
Just to read anything.
The great thing is, while you're all strobing and doing this, stop that. Go and read something, and all of a sudden you'll be in this other place. It'll transport you, and your imagination will take over, and it's really healthy. It's phenomenally healthy for you, and then it sparks your own imagination. You start writing your own stories, and like, I'm sorry, but the great Stan Lee clearly read the myths
classics,
and the
yeah.
classics. He did, because it's there. It's just there in the work.
And
right?
sometimes it's very literally there. I mean,
Literally
Loki is
there.
one of the breakout stars of the MCU right
Correct.
now.
Yeah, right.
And now we're all going back and everyone's reading the Poetic Edda for the first time in their lives,
Right.
which is so amazing.
Oh my God, who are you? What's happening? I'm so not used to this. Like, usually I'm making references and getting stared at
Stump
blankly.
me, I dare you. I do want to ask you about The Senior.
Okay, yeah, please do.
Because we were talking about sports earlier, and I
Yeah.
know Mike Flint was a huge part of that. So
Yeah.
what made you want to take that on and step into the world of being an athlete again?
Well, you know, I was the captain of my football team in high school.
What position did you play?
I started both ways. So
Oh!
I was a fullback and a weak side linebacker. And he's a linebacker,
Yeah.
Mike. And you know, I was 59 when I made the movie, which is the same age Mike was when he did
So
this,
cool.
which is insane.
That's magic.
That's insane. Yeah, it really is. And I think that the movie is much more than a football movie. It's about redemption and righting regrets in your life and rewriting that. You know, as Mike eloquently put it, I couldn't change the past, but I could change the meaning of it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Which I thought was lovely. Because it was this thing, we all have things that we've done that we sort of facepalm or said, you know, like, you know, harshed out at somebody and walked away from it and really harbored it, you know, especially when you're young. Because, right, you know, and you sort of look at things and you go like, oh man, you know, and you don't have to hold on to that forever. You can revisit these things and not change the past, but change its meaning and its value, and so that you can flourish and move on. I love that. I love the message of the picture. I love this cast. Mary Stuart Masterson,
amazing,
incredible,
iconic.
Also, you know, iconic.
Yeah.
My wife.
Not unlike yourself.
My wife dragged me to Fried Green Tomatoes years and years ago in Vancouver, Canada.
Clearly a woman of excellent taste.
Yes, and I don't know why, I just didn't want to see this movie, and I went to it, and cut to me right after the movie. We walked across the street to a Starbucks, and here I am, the poor barista. I'm like, you have to see this movie, like hand up, baby crying, you know. Fried Green Tomatoes. And that was it. I was a Mary Stuart Masterson fan from that point on, and then, you know, what's great is when you meet someone and they eclipse
your expectations,
and what you'd hope they'd be. Mary Stuart. It's just quality human, extraordinary. Yeah, great actress. Extraordinary human.
Just a beautiful person to be around.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I also, what I really like.
What's happening? What's happening?
Oh, these are our rats because we're in New York.
I said.
Yeah.
I did have like this massive rat.
They told me when we were setting up that they were coming for you, so they're going to be creeping closer and closer and closer.
The disconcerting thing was I went, get out of here, and he literally went. He was so New York about it. He looked at me like, "The fuck are you gonna do?" He's like, "Holy shit!" And I got up and walked away. I was like, "Man, I don't know. I'm much bigger than you, and you're not budging. If he's that little guy, you have to worry about. You know what I mean?"
Did you have any cash in your pockets that went missing?
I did.
When you got up?
Well, it didn't go missing because I left. But anyway.
Because
this is good.
You could take it with you when you leave.
I don't like that he's staring at me. Every time I look at him, he's looking up at me like that guy
got
did.
even more of
Get
them.
off me. What's happening? Holy
Here
shit.
at New York Comic Con, we celebrate the best in TV, movies, and comics.
Yeah.
So what are you geeking out about that you're not working on?
Geeking out about I've been watching a lot of different stuff. You know, I know this has nothing to do with comics or anything, but I've been loving the Gilded Age, man.
It's so good,
It's
right?
so good. It's lavish. It's beautifully shot. The actors are wonderful. They're really picking lines between classism and stuff that are really subtle and nuanced, which look up this word, nuance. This is, sorry.
No, please.
This is something we need in our public discourse, in our lives. You know, everything isn't this or that.
Mm-hmm.
There's complexity, and you need to be able to talk about these things. And I'm sorry, I'm just old. I'm old now, and you can't help but get parental.
No, I want
you know?
the Tao of Michael Chiklis, and
Well,
I want it
no,
in my Christmas stocking this year.
There's gray,
Mm-hmm.
there's all kinds of color, and there's all kinds of different nuance
Subtleties
in the world,
yeah.
and subtlety in this world, and you have to be able to listen to people and hear their different points of view, and instead of just going like, no, it's this, just go, huh. I can't tell you how many people in my life I might have, like, you know, put my heels in the ground and gone like, nah, and then found myself going like, huh, you know. I'm sorry, I'm moving into into the wrong sphere. No, I'm not. Let's not go there.
Well, I want to ask you one last question, because you did do the voice of Slade Wilson in Deathstroke, Knights and Dragons. Do you think Deathstroke could take Vick Mackey in a fist fight?
Vick Mackey.
Vick Mackey, sorry,
it's okay.
That's me reading it
That's
wrong.
okay. That's okay. No, it's okay.
There's subtlety on the internet,
that's
and
fine.
sometimes we're wrong.
Well, I mean, you know, it's always unfair to pit a superhero
This
against.
is the internet.
That's true. But Vick Mackey's a badass mother.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's badass. A bad guy though.
Yeah.
Deathstroke. I wish, for the record, that I cold read that.
Really?
Cold read. Cold read it on mic.
In
and
the
that's
booth, yeah.
That's what's in it.
Wow.
So no prep, and I don't like doing that. I like to actually know what's actually going to be forever on film or tape.
Yeah.
You know, and okay, it's fine. It works, you know, but it would have been so much better if I had a minute. Anyway.
So we're going to reprise that.
Yeah, no, but I'm going to go with Vic.
Yeah.
Vic, you know, don't fuck with Vic. He'll get you at some point.
Super Soldier Serum or not.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us here in the Pop Spot today.
Oh my God, we're going to end on that?
We are. We're going to end on the most divisive thing we can. This is the internet.
Hey, what a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Nice.